Hi, welcome to Breakfast with John. I hope you have a great breakfast or you're having a great breakfast. And this morning I'm having an avocado chicken salad. And it's got spinach, chunks of chicken, it's got a little bit of hummus, some red pepper or capsicum, and it's got a dressing made out of balsamic vinegar and flaxseed oil, a little bit of tamari also. I really like this dressing. And so what do we have? We've got our protein from our chicken and our hummus, we've got our live food component, and the flaxseed oil gives you some good omega-3s. And so, you know, you're looking at this salad and you're thinking, is he really going to eat that much for breakfast? And the reality is there's no question I'm going to eat this much. I could easily eat twice this amount of salad in the morning for breakfast. There's no limit. Like sometimes for lunch I'll have a huge salad. I eat tons and tons of salad. I put lots of really tasty things in it. And more my body craves salad, and that's what you'll find is the more salad, the more live food you give it, and give it huge amounts. We're not talking about calorie control here. Eat all you want, but you develop a real love for it, especially if it's got a really good dressing and it's got some yummy chicken or fish on it. You just love it more and more. So that's what I'm having. And so Jim from Philadelphia had a question about sleep. He says, what happens biologically to your body when you don't sleep well? And this is a really important question, especially when you have weight issues, because sometimes when you start to gain weight, you develop a sleeping problem called sleep apnea. I have very bad sleep apnea, and it's very common to overweight people. What happens is the weight of your neck actually kind of cuts off your windpipe while you're sleeping, and you tend to wake up in the middle of the night. You don't know you're waking up in the middle of the night, but you can't breathe, and you're sort of in this in-between state, and you don't get a good night's sleep. So what happens is a couple of things. Number one, you're tired all the time, obviously. And when you're tired, you end up craving junk food. So you're craving junk food the same way as if you were traveling for a long period of time, you didn't sleep well, and you just keep loading yourself up with junk food. That's what happens when you don't sleep well. Also, chemically, your cortisol levels elevate, and elevated cortisol levels, simply put, activates the fat programs. It makes your body want to store fat. You develop insulin resistance, leptin resistance, your insulin levels go up. Insulin's the fat storage hormone. You go into this chronic fat-making fat storage mode. You lose the ability to regulate your blood sugar, so you're craving sweets all the time. Your brain loses the ability to actually gauge how much fat you have on your body, so it thinks you have less fat than you really do, so it makes you hungrier. It's a huge, vicious cycle, and nothing is more important than getting your sleep in check. So there's a number of ways that you can get your sleep in check. One is, number one, get checked for sleep apnea to see if you have it. If you have sleep apnea, you need to get a CPAP machine, which is sort of like a pump that blows air into your nose and mouth, or you need some sort of procedure to take care of the sleep apnea, but you got to get the sleep apnea taken care of. Another good thing to do is at night before you go to sleep, don't watch TV, maybe take a bath, do some stretching, or listen to the evening visualization as you're going to sleep at night, but you simply have to get your sleep taken care of. Nothing is more important. It's a little bit like driving with the emergency brake on, which is an analogy I often use when you've got a resistance to losing weight. And it's very much, if you've got sleep problems, that's exactly what it is, like driving with the emergency brake on. The best bang for the buck you can get is getting your sleep taken care of. I remember speaking to a guy in Melbourne, and I could tell from his breathing on the phone, he had a very labored breathing, that he had sleep apnea. Typically, that's one of the indications that you have sleep apnea. And I said, get your sleep apnea taken care of. Then we'll talk about all these other things about how much you eat, or your fitness trainer, or calories in, calories out, all that kind of stuff. I didn't hear from him for 4 months. And when I did, I found out that he had lost close to 90 pounds doing nothing else but getting his sleep apnea taken care of. So the biggest bang for the buck that you can get in weight loss is dealing with sleep. If you have any questions, as always, my office hours are listed below. I'd love to speak with you. Otherwise, have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Take care.